Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the Fergie Way with me, Teach FM, and today we have got a massive game against Juventus in the Champions League. We are, of course, here playing the big boys in Europe now. A good test, we would hope, for this team. And, of course, a return visit for Pogba going back to Turin for the first time. Let's hope it's a Bella. So before we go on into today's live com, guys, I did want to just check out on a few things. And we did pick up a few player of the month. So I'll just quickly, once again, we got manager of the month. We're expecting that now. We're doing so well in the Premier League. It's almost becoming the norm. Let's be honest. Cantona winning it once again. Result. Player of the month, Paul Pogba coming in third. Okay. It's news. It's not the best of news, but it's news. But probably a little bit of great news. Anyone who's been watching since the first series will remember young Nishan Burkhardt. Now, I brought him into the first team in the first season. He played quite well, in truth, but then I thought, well, I'm probably not going to get that much use out of him in season 2, so I'll send him out on loan. And he's managed to pick up a Player of the Month award for Bradford City. So, yeah, played 3, scored 3. Happy days, young Nishan. Another little bit of news, guys, or shall I say a massive bit of news, would be if we were to carry on this save, the board have given me 195 million in the initial budget. It would open the door up to sign 1, maybe 2 world-class players, or maybe go on a bit of a binge and buy a load of the youngsters. I don't know. Point is, it's there. If we carry on, cracking budget. And while we are on the talk of budgets, you heard in the last episode there, I'm a little bit worried, touch concerned maybe about wages. And so I just thought I'd bring up the squad wages. I mean, I'm under budget. I've got a £4.2 million wage budget and currently spend 3.6, so well under budget. But I've got like 14 players earning 100 grand or more, and 6 of them earning over £200,000. And my main concern is we have these players, these sort of not middle of the road from a quality perspective, but middle of the road players at the moment. These players at 120 grand and 130 grand, you know, your Martials, your Memphis Depay, Marcus Rashford even is down there somewhere. He's only on 60 grand a week. But these players in the coming years are all going to want more money. Understandably so, if we're doing well in tournaments, if they're progressing as players, getting better as players, are going to want more money. But where do you draw the line? I mean, you can't pay everybody £250,000. It just doesn't work like that. So if we were to carry on, there might be some decisions that have to be made based around not necessarily whether a player is good and working in their team, but is a player justifying what he's currently getting paid in wages. I'm very, very tough when it comes to contracts. So in an interest of keeping the wage budget at a nice, acceptable level, I always lowball on the first offer, and we just work down and down and down and down. I always end up getting what would have been the best accepted contract from the player's point of view. But sometimes at the moment, I mean, you saw the episode with Luke Shaw, who we basically had to sell to PSG because his agent couldn't get him a contract. He's seen his fucking ass, walked out of the office with his tail between his legs, so he got turfed out the door, which I can see happening again when I get an average player. So Schneiderlin's been all right. He's playing a 7.10 this season. He's currently earning 100 grand. He's worth a few bob as well. He's worth a lot of money. But he could walk in the office tomorrow and say, boss, yeah, I reckon I'm worthy of a £275,000 a week contract. And I can tell you now, he's not getting it. Like he'd be lucky to get 130 or 135 grand a week contract. But he's then going to push me in a position where I don't want unrest in the dressing room. If he doesn't like it, he'll get sold as well. So I can see it happening a couple more times. But I think we should also be looking at the players who are already earning substantial amounts of money and look at them and go, well, are they performing for that money? You know, the whole Luke Shaw scenario, I knew that I could get David Alaba for, okay, a few million more than I could sell him for, but I could buy a world-class left-back and pay him about the same money. So I'm not going to dick around with some of these guys if they want crazy money, you know. But that being said, I don't want to tear the squad apart. So, yeah, something just to keep an eye on, I reckon. So we'll go into the schedule now, and we'll take a look at who we played since the last episode. The last episode, of course, was the back-to-back cup games. And the first of those 3 games was against Leicester, and it was at Old Trafford. Now, we won 2-0. Not really that much to say about the game. Marcus Rashford grabbed one early on in the 10th minute, and Callum Gribbin actually came onto the pitch later on in the game, I'm pretty sure for Juan Mata. Yes, it was Juan Mata. And scored a bit of a worldie of a free kick, I've got to be honest. It was probably about 10 yards out of the area, and it sailed straight in the top corner. One of Callum Gribbin's sort of specialities, if you like. And so a 2-0 win against Leicester. And then we played West Ham, JNO's West Ham. JNO, obviously, has a slightly different team. If you've not seen him, check him out. I'll bang his link in the description. But we should have lost here, I'll be honest. Didn't play well. Let's have a look at it's showing that we played well. Trust me, I watched the game. We didn't play well. We got 61% of the ball. We only managed 7 shots on target out of 20. And Pedro Obiang's goal was a screamer. It was a cracker from outside the area. And we managed to get a penalty in the last minute. Now, at this point, we were 27 games, I think it was, unbeaten. And I thought our unbeaten run was down the pan. Daley Blind got sent off in 86 minutes. He got a double booking, almost in double succession. He won't be featuring in today's European game because he's had his ass kicked for it. But, we should have lost. It was one of those FM moments where FM treats you fine, and it really shouldn't have done. We deserved to lose. We weren't the better team. And from memory, it was Winston Reid, and it was like the 90th minute. Gave away a penalty. Martial bagged it, and it made it look like we turned up that day. But we didn't. So following on from JNO's West Ham United, we then played Sunderland, and this, to be honest, was a walk. Now, Sunderland, who have been known to give me trouble in this save in the past, came up with nothing. To be brutally honest, Sidibe got on the score sheet very, very early on. As you can see, there was a lot of bookings flying around for both teams. But Rashford getting one late on in the second half pretty much put the game to bed. As you can see, Sunderland weren't in it. 4 shots, 2 on target. It was a game that was heavily weighted with highlights of United, which will do. We'll take that. So that's the 3 games that we had since the last episode. A couple of little bits of news, guys, before we do head into the actual game itself. We are closing in on a new record of an unbeaten run. So anticipation is building as Man United edge ever closer to setting a new team record, and there's plenty of attention focused upon them. Man United have gone 45 matches undefeated. Should their impressive form continue, they will break the previous club record of consecutive games without losing. The existing record is also 45, so meaning 1 more game. Jinxed. I can see it coming. And on another little record, Juan Mata is on the verge of breaking the assist mark. Mata's weighed in with 16 assists so far, now with the all-time record being in his sights, and that is 19. So he's got to get 3 more assists, so he ain't there yet, but it was one that was also going in. So yeah, I'll see you on match day, guys. So guys, the massive match day is here, and as you know, we've been stomping it, and we played Madrid earlier on in the season, and maybe got found out a little bit, so I'm a little bit worried here. Juventus have key man down there, Dybala. He scored 20 goals in 31 games so far. Our key man, De Gea, which is already indicating there's going to be some sort of little battle going on between them two. I won't go as far as saying like I'm out and out worried. I expect us to be able to do quite well against Juventus, but twitching. So we will move into the team sheets, and as we can see, set up quite defensively, I would say, Juventus. Set up very defensively indeed. So they've got Buffon in net, Chiellini, Bonucci and Rugani sat at the back, with Khedira sat in front of them, Alexandro on the left and Dani Alves on the right, and then Big Baz, as Bood calls him, but Bazoa and Pjanic in the middle, and then they have Higuain and Dybala up top. Now, having played against this formation a few times before, not quite this one, this is a very Italian version, but defensive formations. When I've played against teams, there's been 2 guys up top. They've done quite well bouncing off each other. One's very much a target man in Higuain, and then you have Dybala with the speed, so they could prove tricky up our end of the park. Now onto our team, and of course I wanted to pick the strongest team for today's match. And, well, as you know, Daley Blind got sent off for stupid booking, and I told him he was getting dropped, so he wasn't getting in the team today no matter what. And then on the run into the game, the press were asking me about Morgan Schneiderlin. I was whinging about training lately. So yeah, he got dropped as well. So that's why we can see Fosu Mensah sat in the middle there. I wouldn't consider one of my strongest players in the middle. He's getting there. The lad's done really well. But that's why he's in there, because Blind was dropped for his red, and then Schneiderlin was dropped for whinging to the press. So we've got De Gea in the sticks, Alaba at left back, Bailly and Smalling as the centre back pairing. We then have Sidibe at the right, followed by Pogba as the advanced playmaker, Fosu Mensah as the defensive midfielder, and Herrera as the supportive midfielder. We then have Juan Mata playing a trequartista role with, of course, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Marcus Rashford ahead of them. So we go into Roy's opposition instructions and we'll see who he says kick today. Oh, you naughty boy, Roy. You naughty, naughty boy. Going all out today is Roy. Obviously, has a severe disliking for Dani Alves, I would imagine. But other than that, he's pretty much wanting to kick anybody who's up the top of the park. So we'll take Roy's advice. We don't mind a bit of kicking. We are a bit of a dirty team. I'm a bit of a dirty manager. I'll do this quite a lot. If you follow me series after this and so forth, and we can look back in I don't know, however many months I decide to carry on doing this, as long as you guys are here, I'll carry on. And you can look back and say, I remember Teach saying very early on he was a dirty manager. Fucker was right too. So we will go on to the team talk, and because I see it as a big game and we don't get these big tests that often, I'm actually going to say it for the fans. I very rarely say for the fans. It's a City-Liverpool thing for me, but nothing. Not a bean. Not a bean, but we want to see green. So we're going to tell them that we've got faith. Got a lot more green on the board there. Nearly all repaired. Either way, let's get into it. So we'll shrink that down there. We'll just move Juventus' thing down here so it's nice and quiet. And one thing I will do is I will put us back to extended. We are only in the first highlights. I'm not missing anything. There we go. So it's Sidibe now to Mensah, to Ander Herrera. It's Pogba now. Pogba with a distant shot. It's gone straight to Buffon's hands. Of course, these guys are all training together, in particular Buffon and Pogba. They were here at the same time. But we are only 4 minutes in, guys. Nothing a right lot going on here. As Ibrahimovic skins into the box. Pogba again with a shot. Pogba may be wanting to prove a point against his old team today, which is what we want him to do. It's Pogba again with a shot. That's 3 shots for Pogba. 5 minutes. Unfortunately, only one of them reaching the target, actually getting to Buffon. But Alaba will take the resulting corner. To Pogba, Alaba, to Fosu-Mensah at the edge of the area. He does like a distant shot, but Rashford was flagged for offside, unfortunately. Extended highlights, guys, and we're on the 30th minute. It's Pogba now. Pogba, get in there! If anyone was going to score today, it was always going to be Paul Pogba. Of course, Juventus poaching Paul Pogba from United before Pogba made his way back home for a world record feat. It's Mata, cross the box. Pogba takes one touch, turns on it. It was a massively busy box. There's no surprise Buffon couldn't get to it. But we're 1-0 away from home in Europe, guys. The way we want. It's Fosu-Mensah now. Are we going to snatch another? No. Distant shot from Mensah. Collected by Gigi Buffon, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers there is. Pretty sure he's probably like 41, 42 now, but it's Mata now. Herrera. Fosu-Mensah to Herrera. Out to Mata. Mata will cross, and it's come out as Mensah again. No, he's put it over the bar. We are being restricted to distant shots against Juventus here, but we're playing quite well. In fact, I think we're playing really well. Juventus haven't registered anything against us yet in the 40th minute. They must be absolutely livid. But they set up defensively. Their own fault, in my opinion. Europe come out and attack. What's the point in playing defensive? Try and take that lead first. So it's out with Alaba now. Alaba's knocked it forward, but it's Regani. Regani's played in Higuain. This might be Juventus' first attack. It's Bazoa now to Sandro. Sandro to Dybala. Oh. Nice save from Dave there. Kept the ball out of the net. Dybala will be dangerous. A player who I hold a lot of interest in FM17. I know a lot of people are using him. He's doing really well. I don't feel I can fit in another striker, not with the 4 strikers I've got, but he's just one of those players who really does spark my interest. It's Rashford now. Rashford gets the experience, Chiellini. He didn't manage to get past him. Rashford moves on again. Chasing the ball down well, though. It's Mata now. Mata to Ibra. And Herrera, it's going to be a distant shot again. It's gone over the bar. It's not good enough. So Juventus having that 1 shot now and 1 on target. We are in the 45th minute, though, guys. We'll go in at half-time. 1 goal to the good. I am going to tell the players that we're pretty happy. Keep it up. Gives a bit of green going off. Not going to do anything else. Don't want to get too much. We've got Rashford playing a 6.5. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We do have Martial and we have Depay on the bench. Depay's a little bit tired, though. But Mem says he's only just come back from his injury. He's played a couple of games for the under-18s and under-23s just to get his fitness back. But yeah, with a little bit of luck, having 4 strikers fit again, because I'll be honest, Zlatan's fell off the boil a little bit. It's Mata now. Come out to far Herrera. Herrera now. Nothing. It's Chiellini with a long throw, picked up by De Gea. Are we going to counter here, or are Juventus going to come straight back at us? It's Ibrahimovic. Chiellini got it, though. But only as far as Herrera. Mata now. Pogba. Herrera out wide to Alaba now. He's got bags of space in front of him. Is he going to beat his man? No, he's had to come back into Pogba to Herrera. Ibra can play in Rashford. Rashford with a shot, and once again Gigi Buffon with a great save. Out for a corner though. Mata will take the resulting corner as he whips one in. Pogba, not good enough. Pogba there nodded it wide of the post, a long way wide at that. We're in the 52nd minute now, guys, and Juventus still haven't registered another shot. It's Mata now. Bonucci clears it, but Pogba will collect. To Mensah. Ibra. Counter-attack will happen here by Juventus as Dybala goes racing forward. Oh, well played, Sidibe. He's picked it up. Mensah. Back to Sidibe. Pogba. Ibra now. Look at the space that Alaba's got up the top of the field there. It's Ibrahimovic into Rashford. Oh, God. Alaba now. Alaba will try and get across. No, Dani Alves more than a match. Puts it out of play. 60th minute now. We will start looking at making a sub in a second. No, it's Alaba to Pogba. Pogba plays it in, but it does come out as foul. Pjanic snips in front. Smalling once again gathers it up. It's Pogba now to Rashford. Rashford plays Ibrahimovic. It wasn't a great ball. Rashford may be the one who's going to succumb to a substitution at this rate, I feel. Don't think he's done a right lot more in this second half to warrant staying on the pitch. When you've got players like Martial sat on the bench, why not use him? It's Alaba now. Rashford does get a touch on it. Goes wide of the post. 61st minute. We will take a look. Pogba once again tiring. You know, you look at Pogba's stats, he's got 15 natural fitness. You know, the lad trains well, he trains quite hard. And no matter how tired he gets, he's always great for the next game. But I just hate coming in and seeing that 71% at this minute of the game. I know he's in a busy place in the park and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, for now we're going to leave Pogba on because he's playing against his old team. He's bagged a goal. I feel he could bag another one. He's been pressing on in this game. So it's Pjanic now. Knocks it up to Higuain, but Bailly jumps in the middle of it. It's Pogba to Herrera. Herrera back out to Alaba now. Alaba will try and cut inside as with Mata. Herrera. Herrera's got nowhere to go. And Juventus have turned the possession over with Higuain now. Had 3 men round him, wasn't getting anywhere. Martial's looking for Ibra to make a move. Ibra did make a move, and it's Ibrahimovic. It's 2-0, guys. I think we needed that second goal before we take the return visit to Old Trafford. Against a unbeaten in, what did we say at the beginning, maybe 12, 13, 14, maybe even more games. Very, very positive result and does show that we can mix it with the elite of Europe. De Gea now. Bonucci wins it from an air ball but doesn't do anything with it. It's Herrera. Loses out to Sami Khedira though. Higuain on the ball once again. Higuain's not had a chance to move in this game. Mata to Martial. Pjanic is playing very well for Juventus, so he's intercepting everything. It's Martial to Herrera. I don't know what that was, Ander. That was shocking. So we'll look at making a sub, I think, guys. Once again, I mean, look at Pogba, 67%. No one's playing particularly bad other than the fitness issues, but I want to leave Pogba on. I mean, he's playing against Juventus, so I feel he deserves it. So what we'll do is, young Angel Gomez does well in Europe, doesn't he? You know, and he scored a few goals in Europe already. So let's bring him on. Let's give him 17 minutes against a big team. See if the lad does well. I mean, Mata wasn't playing particularly bad. We know Mata's chasing that assist record, but there's loads of time left in the season for him to bother with that little thing. It's not about personal accolades, is it? It's a team game. So it's Sidibe now. And what a free kick. That came out of nothing, guys. There was no highlight running up to that. It just appeared. Sidibe off a free kick. Look at this. Something like what Callum Gribben did in the last game. Absolutely marvellous. Well done, Sidibe. You know, give yourself a clap, son. So it's Sandro now. Dybala to Sandro. He's going to whip one in. I mean, we've got 3 away goals here, guys. We could we could concede one. I don't want to. So what we'll do is we're going to drop to contain for a start. Martial there. Sidibe. Ibra plate forward to Gomez. No, not fast enough. Pogba now to Gomez. Gomez tried one from distance. He doesn't mind having a little bit of a bash, does that boy? So I just want to have a quick look at the tactics. And probably what I'm going to do is bring Gomez down here, Mensah down there, bring Ibrahimovic down into the attack mid, and just try and protect it a little bit, I think, because 3-0 win against Juventus. Europe is important to us with Herrera there testing Buffon ever so slightly. Europe is important to us, so I want us to make sure that we do well. So I'm looking after the scoreline a lot more than I would in the Premier League, where we are pretty much walking it. So it's Bonucci now to Sandro. Sandro with a cross, Dybala. I would have been absolutely raging if we'd conceded there. Going out of my way to try and close the game off. So it's Gomez now. Alaba. To Fosu Mensah. Ibra. To Ander Herrera now. We are heading towards what will be the final highlight, I would have thought, guys, but we're just keeping the ball. Pogba now, and that's why he stayed on the pitch. 4-0, Paul Pogba, getting his second goal. The boy's absolutely cream crackered as well. I mean, look at his fitness there. He's practically red. But as you can see, Fosu Mensah to Gomez. Ibrahimovic whips the ball in. Pogba, all the time in the world. Silky little place. And he celebrates as well, which I didn't expect that. I thought it'd been a bit more classy. But we'll take it. 4-0, guys. Absolutely destroying Juventus in the backyard. Dybala can do nothing but shoot from 40 yards. And I'm guessing we're probably in the final highlight. Last few kicks of the game as Martial to Herrera. Sidibe. And that's it. And I am chuffed to bits because these are the tests, and these are the tests we want, and we played really well. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say no more, but absolutely chuffed to bits. What we'll do, guys, see you at the schedule. We'll see what game we're back for. So there we go then, guys. We absolutely demolished Juventus there. I mean, absolutely demolished them. So I'm looking down here, and I do have... Oh, shit. Right. I have a plan. Right, so we won't see Watford. Sod Watford. Watford is in the FA Cup. We're going to hope we'll go through. I'll bring you the news in the next one, whether we do or we don't. I'm hoping we do. We'll play to win. But there's the EFL Cup final in this city. So 2 games, live com. So the next episode will be City in the Premier League, in which I'm going to play my strongest team. And then I'm going to play Leicester in the EFL Cup final and play as many of the youngsters as possible. I may even look at promoting a couple of the guys who are still in the under-23s or under-18s to maybe see that game through. See how we get on. Might end up biting us in the ass. Probably will. Who cares? It's all good fun, innit, guys? So on that note, one thing I want to say before I leave, the subs has been massive. So if you're new around here, if you're old around here, or been with me from the beginning, or you've just found me, cheers, guys. It has been amazing. The growth has been crackers. You know, it's been really has been something else to support on this. And, you know, me Twitter link is in the description. You can follow me on Twitter. A whole lot of love coming from all over the place, guys. And it has absolutely been shit hot. So if you've enjoyed the episode, guys, hit the like button. It helps the channel out tremendously. It helps YouTube decide that the interaction's great and pushes it up the search bars. Lets more people find the channel. Gets more people here. So if you could hit the like button, that would be grand. And if you've not subscribed yet, maybe consider it. You can join us a lot more. But pop up in your little subscription box all the time. Job would be a good one. But other than that, guys, I've been Teach FM. I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.